Okay, Josie, are you ready for this week's challenge?
I am ready for this week's challenge.
I'm feeling a little bit more festive now as we're coming into December.
I've got my Christmas tree up.
So today's challenge, I thought we'd do a fluffy brow.
Love a fluffy brow.
Love a fluffy brow. And I thought to get us in the festive spirit, why not do a red lip?
Yes.
Because I always find when I put on a red lip, I just feel festive. I don't know.
Yeah. I always like to, especially around this time of year, you're warm, cozy, nice red lip, just screams festive.
It does. So what products are you going to use for your fluffy brow?
So I've actually got the Refy brow, which is all over Instagram at the moment. So it's like a clear, it's white, but once it dries, it goes down clear. So it basically like sets your brows in place, like you've kind of had that brow lamination treatment. So you brush that through, and then you got the little comb on the other end, and then just where I've got a couple of like sparse areas, I do have a little MAC like brow pen that I just sort of flick through, and then I leave. I don't add any tint because my brows are quite dark anyway, so I don't need to add anything else. So those are my two brow products for today.
Oh, I'm excited. I am going to go for Jane Iredale, of course.
Amazing.
I have got a couple of different products that I've brought in today. One of which is just a clear brow gel. So like what you were saying, Josie, for those of you that feel you've already got dark enough brows, you don't really need that definition, then this clear brow gel is just going to lift and sculpt those hairs into place. I've also got a tinted brow gel. So for those who are a little bit fairer, or for those of you that like a really bold, defined brow, they've actually formulated it within a colour as well, which I quite like. But for me, because I am more of like a brunette style on my eyebrows, I want to not only make them a little bit more defined, but I'm one of those that can be a little bit scared of a fluffy brow, if I'm honest. So I'm going to go in with the clear brow gel. I'm going to fix it into place, and then I'm going to show you just a little bit of definition with the colour.
Sounds good.
Amazing. So do you want to start us off?
Yeah, so I'm going to go in first with the little one side. Like I said, it is white, so it does look a little bit strange when it goes on, but basically you just want to like comb it. Don't be afraid. I've put quite a lot on because, like I said, I've got quite thick, more coarser brows. So I literally just flick it through, and I sort of push them upwards. So like that. And then, as I said, on the other end, you got your little comb and brush. I just like to go in with the little brush side. And then you basically just press up the brow hairs. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, they look sculpted. I really like it.
And I follow like the shape that my brow is going. So I'm not like going like straight up like spiky. But what it does is it just sort of lays, and like I said, it gives your brows that sort of laminated brow effect.
Yes.
Like so.
Look at that. I love it. And for those people that may be a little bit scared of brow lamination, I think it's always really nice to have these sorts of tools at home so that you can almost like play about with it before you get the treatment. Because
I really do like the fluffy look, and I've been like umming and ahhing about having a brow lamination. Now I feel like now I've done this, I'm kind of like, I actually quite like it. I might go for it.
Yeah.
Just so then it's like the ease of like doing my brows. And then, as I said, I'm going to go in with my little brow pen, and I just like to add in a few hairs sort of towards the back. And then what it does, it just sort of makes it a little bit thicker.
I like how precise it is. It looks really natural.
It's really like, it's super, I don't know if you can see. Like, it's almost like a felt tip liner. Like, it can be quite thick, but if you hold it far back, tiny little strokes.
I really like that.
And then just brushing it up through the brow. And you got a bit more of a fluffy brow.
Let's see the before and after, face on.
So that side got nothing on, and that side's the fluffy one.
Look at that. I love it.
And then obviously you can keep going in and adding as much as you want, depending on how fluffy you want your brow to be.
Amazing.
But yeah.
I really like it. Really.
So it's a bit more of a bolder, fluffy brow. I literally love a fluffy brow. Don't think I'll ever go back now.
It really suits you. Really, really
cool.
does. And I think what's good to almost note as well is for those people that may feel like they don't really have any shape with their brows, they might be a little bit thinner. I think that this ultimately can just instantly make your eyebrows look thicker. So people that are almost like afraid of going straight in with like a pencil and thinking, oh, I've got no hairs to actually draw on, the fluffy brow will instantly lift your face, but also make thin eyebrows appear thicker.
Yeah. And also what you were saying about people with maybe fairer hair, and you were mentioning the Jane Iredale one with the tint, is actually with fairer people, you do actually have hair there, but because it's so fair, you might not see it. So using something with a bit more of a tint will grab onto any fairer lashes and actually make them appear fuller and thicker anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's one of those things that fair people, lucky you, can get away with not having your eyebrows shaped so often.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, but at the same time, you actually will be able to get more out of this because it will pick up more hairs for you. Yeah. So let's go in with my combination of Jane Iredale. So what I'm going to start off with is going in with the clearer version, just because I want to show you that actually this on its own can just give a bit of texture to your brow, because with fluffy brows, they are always supposed to be a little bit different. You know, not everybody's going to go for the big and bold fluffy brow. You might want it to sit a little bit differently for you. And the best thing is you're in control. So it comes on a nice mascara wand, and this one is a little bit clearer, so you can't actually see it as defined as Josie's, but it really will help to just give a bit of movement and texture to the brow. So I'm just going to come in here, and I'm just, like Josie said, I'm pushing in the direction of my brow because I want to give that lift, okay? We want to give that lift and texture. So for some people with the fluffy brow, they'll start brushing up and they'll think, oh, I've gone a little bit too far. But the beauty of it is these hairs will sit where you want them to sit.
Oh, I love that. It looks nice and soft.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks gorge.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over with the darker, well, this is for brunette. So it comes in blonde and brunette. So I'm just going to show you that if you are somebody that wanted more of a definitive brow, then it does come in a colour form as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm always going to avoid the sort of centre of my brow, because I find that if you go too heavy in the middle, it's going to come out more felt tip than you want it to. So if I just show you, I'm going to start just brushing through very lightly, because the pigment in this is so great, it picks it up very quickly. Brow.
Love it.
Okay.
That looks so nice.
And it's very quick, so you don't really need a lot. It's one of those things that if you were doing the school run and you just wanted to give your eyes a bit of a lift, your face a bit of a lift, pull down that car mirror and just go in with almost like your mascara. So that is the Jane Iredale version. And Josie, by the look of it, you look like you've done both brows, which
I've just quickly gone through and done the other brow as well, made it super fluffy. Yeah, this might be a little bit more than what some people like, but obviously if you do really like that fluffy look, then you can definitely achieve it with that brow gel as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely in need of that. It looks incredible.
It's good.
So, Josie, do you want to take it away with the red lip?
Yes, guys, so we're gonna get a little bit festive. So me and Lex have already done like our sort of base in our eyes. I've gone for like a little soft gold eye, and yeah, I'm gonna go in first with my lip cheat lip liner. So this basically will outline my lips, make them look nice and full. And what I tend to do is when I'm doing my liner, I actually like to start on the outer edge and sort of work my way up and inwards, because that way you get more of a natural curve and then you won't overdraw too much. So
concentration face is on.
It is, and you can never like talk when you're doing this either. So as you can just see, just awkward silence. No, again, holding my pencil quite far down so I don't have a lot of pressure. And then once I get to the top, I can just sort of do the Cupid's bow. Like so. And then when I do my bottom outline, I tend to smile ever so slightly just so it pulls the skin. And that way you can get more of like a nice precise line.
And what about for those people that are watching this and thinking, you've got the most gorgeous lips, I don't have a Cupid's bow. How could they draw on a Cupid's bow?
So the way you sort of, if you've got like slightly thinner lips, you kind of want to, if I was to, I say overdraw, but sort of create more of that bow, is you sort of, where the lip dips slightly, is you just want to kind of curve it up and over and then bring it down to meet your lip line. So you sort of don't want to go all the way out. You sort of just want to get that nice, you almost get like that sort of sweetheart lip line. So going up, and where you can kind of see on this side where my skin color and my lip color is, you kind of want to go like a fraction outside of that. So really kind of, so if I demonstrate, try to do a slope without looking. Like you kind of want to go just more over the top there. So that side I haven't done it so much, this side I have.
Yeah, love that. I love all these tips and tricks.
Another way you can always do it as well is, it depends, you can either go in with your lipstick first and like sort of scribble it on a little bit like unevenly, and then obviously press your lips together so it transfers, and then you can kind of see where that natural line will be, and then you can neaten it up with the pencil. Or if you're wanting it to last longer, I always say go in with your pencil first and colour it all the way in, and then put your lipstick on, and then you can go and like neaten it up again at the end as well.
Definitely. I'm going to start going in with the Jane Iredale Crimson lip pencil. And like Josie just mentioned, I find that if you colour your lip in with the lip liner, I find that you've got almost like a starting block of where your lipstick is going to sit. And sometimes I'll just go out and have a lip liner as my lipstick, because I find it gives me almost like a subtle blush to the lips. But obviously today we're going big and bold because we are feeling rather festive. So I tend to start, I don't know why, with my bottom lip, and I start, like Josie did, with the outer corner and working my way in. So if I just start. And by smiling, I'm stretching the lip.
Just going back to what you were saying as well, Alexis, if you're someone that is maybe a bit afraid of a red lip or don't know if they can be quite that bold, sometimes just colouring in, like you said, with a lip liner and then almost pressing it into the lip like a bit of a stain, and then adding a balm on top. So sort of you have like a flushed red lip, but not so much of a bold red lip. Because I always, like my dancing days, I'd have to wear a red lip, but I hated wearing a red lip at any other point because I just felt like it just looked too much. But then sort of finding the right shades and sort of wearing more of a softer red and then becoming bolder, working it in with different looks, you kind of you find where you sort of feel most comfortable wearing it.
Definitely. And there's a little tip that I've come across that can get more of a defined Cupid's bow if people are, maybe they don't have one and they just want to have like a little bit of definition, but not too obvious that it's not supposed to be there. So what I tend to do is I come up to the actual border of where my lip is, and yes, I do have a bit of a Cupid's bow, but what I tend to do is follow that line across.
Yes, Alexa.
And then I make another one from my other Cupid's bow. So you've got a cross in the middle of your lips. So now you've got the two peaks of where your Cupid's bow can sit. So I now go in and just thicken, neaten, and bring a little bit more of the colour into the centre. Josie's ahead of the game.
Yeah, I'm just going to go in now, guys. I've gone for more of a deeper red, just because I feel like it'll go a little bit more of the eye look I've gone for today. And now I've sort of roughly got my lip liner on. I'm just going to go in now. And because I've got an outline, I've sort of traced the outline line of my lips, I don't have to worry about being like too neat. So you can just go right in, all the way up to the edge of the lip there.
Oh, I love that colour.
So it's some Charlotte Tilbury. It's in Scarlet Spell, if anyone is interested.
Oh, it looks gorgeous. So what if you overdraw this and you make a mistake?
I would say just don't panic. Always have some like cotton buds on hand with either. Probably best to have a little bit of moisturizer or eye cream and then like run that along the edge of the lip line to kind of get rid of it, and then just colour it in again with like your foundation or like concealer brush and just dab it and sort of erase it. Like don't like never panic that if it's a bit too much, because obviously you can just take a little cotton bud, neaten it up to where you want it to be, and then neaten it up around it.
Lovely. So I'm going to now go in with the Beyond Matte lip fixations, which are the newest inventions from Jane Iredale. These are brilliant because they actually are mask proof. So if you're having to wear PPE on and off throughout your daily work, or if you're anything like me and can't leave the house without lipstick and want something to stay on, then this is shade Longing. So this is a really lovely red. And rather than it being a lipstick as such, it comes with a nice handy brush.
Oh, I love that. That's like a true red.
I know. Every time I just want to feel festive, or one of those makeup looks where you just want something to pop. I just think a red lip just does that, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think you really can't go wrong with like, I know I've gone a little bit more dramatic in my eyes, but a little bit soft in the eyes and a bold lip, I think sometimes just looks absolutely stunning.
It's funny because we've actually both gone for a very similar eye look, and we
have
actually planned this, guys.
No, we didn't.
We didn't, but we've gone for bronzy shimmers on our eyes. Mm-hmm. So it's like,
it's always it's the Christmas on the brain. It's those kind of colours, isn't it?
It really is. Well, wow, look at those lips. They look incredible.
Thank you. And so does yours. I love that red. It's like proper pillar box true red.
That's it. That was the word that I was looking for. It's a pillar box red.
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining me for this amazing
Thank you for having me.
I hope that everybody out there has learned something. If you have, feel free to comment below because we'd love to hear your stories of how this has helped you.
Back to work.
Thank you for joining me. It was lovely.
Thank you for having me. It's been so fun, super fun to get festive as well.
Yeah, now everybody go out there and put that red lipstick on and conquer the world.
Yes.
See you soon.
See you later. Bye.